Everybodytown. I think this might be it. I'm going to take you on a little quick tour. Here's the old octane station that we always stepped on because it was right near the TV. There's the considerably tall, I'll prove it to you. You have to go this way to get it on film. And Everybodytown Tower. This is how it fits in. Oh yeah. There's the Kettle Industries building. Used to be the original Everybodytown Hotel. There's the cargo area. I'm going to get a quick shot of the Georgetown area. Alright. To the left you have Sarah's Pizza. In the middle you have an apartment building where Tom the painter and Miss Nelson, the teacher, they live in that apartment building. Pet store, that's actually been abandoned for a while. We don't know what's going on with that. Alright, there's the street and the street lights and everything. Here's a view down Georgetown. Okay, so there's the pool hall, and to the right we have Al's Barber Shop. Down the street to the right there, at the end of the block, we have Roundigan Records, which is totally cool. And then there's the train bridge. Then to our left here, straight ahead, we have the medical center. That's where Dr. Dave works and Rescue Ron. Here's what's left of the fire station. We've already torn down part of the fire station. And this George's house, well built by yours truly. Yeah, it doesn't fall down like the fire station does. This was some extra old parts, so I built what looks like a schoolhouse. That's a schoolhouse. There is the Park Street Bridge. This is the area that came apart because we used to walk on there long ago before you had to go around. So it kind of ruined those streets. This at the end here is 4th Street. That would be 3rd Street with the bus. There's the bus station. Alright, there's a little bus station there. And there's the Church Street station. Alright, there's a place where our band plays, the Trinity Band. And anybody who wants to get up and play on stage can play right there on the back area. There's like an auditorium area. There's the old post office. It's kind of fallen down, right? Alright, this is the back of the Palacinum, and we'll get a better shot of that from the other side. This is the back sort of all the buildings. There's the old town or Main Street train station from the train angle. Very cool. That's where you would wait, right, for the train. Okay, so we're going to go around. This is just the back of things. This is sort of the back of the bookstore. It's kind of cool, right? That's some back area. Here's a guy who's washing the windows on the Grand Emporium, right? Right there. He's washing all the windows. Across the street to the right there is Frank's Sales and Service. Now from this angle though we can see Frank's Sales and Service. He was the first, his building there was the first building in Everybodytown, circa 2015. Right, and there's some really cool shots of the front of the Grand Emporium and then the Green Grocer in the middle where people buy their groceries, the Green Grocer. And then the hotel is on the right, on the end there, the Everybodytown Hotel, which is actually the second hotel that's been there. Alright, there's the Parisian restaurant. The Parisian restaurant. Chez Albert, Chef Albert, right? Chez Albert. That's what they call him in the industry. Alright, so we're going to come around. This is an MOC building that I made at one house. A lot of windows on top, like just top area. Yeah, winterized though, of course. There's the mayor's old house. I'm not sure who lives there now. On the left there is going to be Mr. Jefferson's house. He's kind of the real estate tycoon around here that supplies a lot of the funding to the new projects. At the very end there is Miles's house. Miles has a garage in there. Looks like his Blazers in there now. There's a few dogs in the top. We'll look at Miles's house. And there is his RV, right? And right there is Miles driving in his old Woody station wagon, right? There's Miles driving around. Okay, so we're going to stand up now. We're going to go have a look inside. Some of these places are furnished. They didn't come furnished, but, you know, I thought that some things needed to be done now. On one side here, there's a bed. Mr. Jefferson, there he is in bed. He's also got sort of a kind of a kitchen area there, right? Yeah, so his is furnished. This set doesn't even come actually originally with a second floor. I had to kind of rig it up so that we have a second floor. What's the purpose of having such a tall building unless you have a second floor, right? Alright, we're going to do the same thing, kind of look inside. Oh, looks like Dizzy the dog. A couple of dogs are in there. Looks like somebody's pants. Alright, they're on the bed. There's the bed. There's Miles's house. There's a couple dogs. And see, there's a staircase that goes up to the balcony. Yeah, there's a little balcony to sit on there. Yeah, okay. There's also, of course, modern facilities. Well, sort of modern. We built them ourselves, right? Modern facilities. There's a potty in there, right? Alright, Miles's house. Here's the Everybodytown airport. The international airport. Some train is dropping some supplies off, as you can see. There's a man that's driving a little cart with some of the boxes that he's driving. There is our passenger airplane. Looking really good. There's the check-in and the luggage area and the waiting room and all that business at the airport. Alright. So we're going to come around and have a little bit of a look. I think I'm going to use my zoom so that you can see the corner deli. That's the corner deli right on the right hand. That's Deli Joe's, we call them. That's a fairly new shop there. That's the toy store. Right, Miles wanted that for Christmas, so it came with some other cool stuff. It came with the TV news truck, which was of particular interest. And there is the donut shop there. That's a new one too. There's the old bike shop right there. Let's see if we can get a little closer on that. Bike shop right there. There's the street sweeper. Alright. I'm going to come around and have a look at some of the buildings around here. Alright. There is a Lego Waffle House. Okay, this is the south end of town. See if you can see in relation. There's the airport, right? So there's a Waffle House, a Lego Waffle House. I'm going to kind of zoom in on that. It's kind of cool. I saw this online and I had to get it. I added the parking spaces, of course. There's a house. Little house. There's another one kind of like the old mayor's house. And there's another shack at the end there. And this road will lead, of course, out to Ranchero, another town. Okay, bring the zoom back. Alright, there's the back of the Parisian restaurant. That street right in front of us used to be called Cedar Street right there, but I don't know. It just sort of became Elm Street, which is this street over here that Miles lives on. So we're going to go back now. This is a cool little set. Let me get a shot of... Let's see if we can get the mail truck out of the way. You can see. That is a cool little post office that I got. Right? And there's, of course, a little postal truck that goes with it. Garbage truck. Every town needs a garbage truck. I built that originally, this house. Here it's a house now, but it was originally built as the town hall in Everybodytown. This is the brown house here is Detective Ace Brickman's house. Alright. Another shot. Here's the Octane station, the old gas station. Right, where you can see the gas pumps out there and everything. They do fix-its and stuff. It looks like it's kind of fallen in though. it needs some repair. That, of course, is the Everybodytown police station. There's all sorts of stuff like these police need to be standing up. They're not doing anything, which might be very much like police a lot of time. Who knows? Here's the police guys. Here's headquarters. They sit, you know. There's jail cells. You don't want to end up there. Right? There's two of them. There's 2 floors of jails, and then there's kind of a drive-in area for some of the police cars and stuff. Right? Here's the city bank in Everybodytown. We've had some criminal activity there, from what I've heard. Some stuff has gotten stolen. And there's another view of the beautiful Everybodytown Tower from this direction. Alright, there's the train tracks. Those tracks that lead over there to the right go outdoors. They go downstairs into what we used to believe was Everyoneopolis, but now they just go down there, and the train goes down there through what's called Stony Pass. Goes this way. I'm sure you've seen the train videos on some of the other. And then it heads outdoors to Stony Pass. Woodland first. Stony Pass used to head out to Prairieville, but that is no more. Alright, this is the mine tracks and the mine road, and it's going to lead you over here eventually to the Everybodytown mine. Right? We've said Everybodytown got rich off this Everybodytown mine. Right? There's gold that was found here, silver, and everything. It's kind of a dry mine now, though. Right? There's nothing really inside. That was the actual mine area, right? The mine train would go in here. You can see the mine train at the end there. Yeah, right? Big mining trucks and stuff. So, yeah, we found gold and silver and diamonds and rubies and all sorts of cool stuff. This is a cargo train. Nice caboose. It's kind of a long one. We would call that train 3. It's heading back to Everyoneopolis from the mine. Heading out here, I'm sure you've seen Woodland. Woodland, right? Angela and Ted, who always do well in our athletic competitions, they live in this house. It's kind of unkempt out there. Right? There's a couple more houses. I think Edward, our train guy, he lives out there too. Alright, so the road would go out there, and then I'm sure you've seen some pushing car video through here at some point. This is Highway 2. Goes through there. And then down there, right? And then it used to go left. You can see the remnants of the roads there. It used to go left out to Prairieville, way out there to my garden. It went out there. But now the train tracks still go left. And as you can see down there to your left there, that track goes all the way underneath us. I'll point the camera down. And it goes underneath what I call Stony Pass down there. And then does a switchback and comes out down there. Another switchback, and it goes round down the corner to downstairs in the house, which I think is kind of an engineering miracle, quite frankly. Alright, well that I think is the grand tour.